All right, so here you go, a training on your pre and post workout nutrition. So the things we're going to cover in this module are why pre and post workout nutrition is important, what to eat before a workout, what to eat after a workout, foods to avoid before and after a workout, and then some common mistakes and pitfalls that we see a lot. So the first things first, whoops. Why this is important in the first place. Obviously, we've talked about this before. The food that we eat is the fuel in our bodies, right? It's like the gasoline that keeps our engine running. We use this fuel for the workouts we do. Your body needs some extra fuel when working out. You're exerting yourself, you're putting a lot of energy, you're using a lot of energy. So the fuel or the gasoline that you put in your gas tank, that is the gas and the fuel that your body's going to use when it goes into the workout. So you better make sure it's right and it's good. So you can have a good workout, right? If you put shitty fuel in your body, it's not going to perform like you want it to. Finding out what works best for you and your body might require some trial and error. But when you feel good, well nourished, and energized going into a workout, there's no better feeling. So once you figure out what works best for you before, what works best for you after, and you start to kind of have this like really pumped up feeling before and a really recovered feeling for after, then you really start to hone in and really figure it out. And it just makes things great. And then the last thing here is recovering from a workout is equally as important as the workout itself, right? You can go do this amazing, hard, good workout, but if you don't recover from it, it wasn't nearly as useful or as productive as it could have been, right? And what you eat in the 2 to 4 hours after your workout has a big impact on how well you recover. All right. So quickly, we're going to go over what you should eat before a workout. But what's more important than what you eat is probably when you eat it. So try to eat between 1 and 2 hours before a workout. You want the food to be digested so that it can be used properly for fuel. So if you eat right before a workout, right, it's not going to be super digested and you're going to feel blech going to the workout typically. Now, if you work out first thing in the morning like I do, it's probably better to work out fasted. I don't eat anything before I work out, but it's the first thing that I do in the morning. Now, if you have to eat something, then eat something very light and make it a carb source, right? An apple or maybe even half of an apple, a rice cake, half a banana, then finish it later, LOL. Right. If you're one of those people, you're like, I cannot work out on an empty stomach. Like, I just cannot do it. Even if it's 5 o'clock in the morning, like, I got to have something on the way there, or at least, or something like that. Make it one of these things or something very, very light, and also make it a carb source. Don't be rolling up to the gym on a protein bar. Like, that's going to be the worst thing ever. Right. So if you work out hours after waking up, if you work out midday, when the day is over, whatever the case may be, 1 to 2 hours before the workout, you want to have a light meal. Okay. Carbs are needed for energy. So make sure let's give an example here, right? So let's say that you're going to work out right after work. So let's say work ends at 5, you're going to be at the gym at 5:30. You want to be eating between 3:30 and 4 o'clock. All right. You want to think about, or actually more closer to like 3:30 and 4:30. Right. That's kind of like your eating window for a small snack, a light meal, to get you ready for the gym. You don't want to be eating right after work ends on the way to the gym. If that is the case, then you want to be going for one of these things because it's really right before you work out. You don't want to be having a super heavy thing. But if you are able to sit at your desk and eat something because you know, okay, in an hour and a half, I'm going to be heading to the gym. So I want to go ahead and I want to put something in my body now so that it can start digesting. That way, when I get to the gym, I have the energy, but I don't feel blech, right? So first things first, carbs are needed for energy. We know this. So make sure your meal has one of the following: rice, potatoes, fruit, oats, or high quality bread. Okay. So you don't want to just think about protein and vegetables or whatever like that, or like, eat like an avocado or something like this, just pure fat. Right. Like, you want to make sure that carbs are prevalent for sure, because that's what your body is going to pull from first when you go into the workout, right? Fat is the secondary source of fuel once your body has burned through all the carbs. So if you eat, a banana and then, if you eat like a banana and peanut butter, you go into your workout, your body is going to use the energy from the banana first. Once it burns through that and it uses all the energy available from the banana, then it's going to start using the calories and the energy from the peanut butter. Okay. So a good pre-workout fat is like pecans, peanuts, cashews, walnuts, pistachios, peanut or almond butter, right? So nuts are your best friend when it comes to a pre-workout snack. Okay. But make sure they are paired with a carb source. All right. And then protein is the last source of fuel, but it does help with energy and feeling full heading into a workout, right? Like when you get into a workout and you feel hungry, it's probably not a great feeling. And carbs and fat are not very filling. So if you do want to pair one of these things up here with a protein bar or, a couple of boiled eggs or something like that, that is going to give you some lasting fullness in your stomach heading into the workout. Okay. But you definitely want to keep it light. More than 500 calories before a workout is going to sit heavy with you, most likely. I remember one time I went to take a kickboxing class, and I had it was like a 9:30 kickboxing class, and at like 8:45 a.m. I had like 5 eggs, avocado toast with it was insane. It was like one piece had avocado on it, the other piece had like peanut butter on it. So I had so much fat in my stomach, which is all healthy fat, but it was just so heavy. And the meal was like 900 calories 45 minutes before a workout. And I almost like threw up right there in the middle of the workout. It was terrible. So don't do that. You want to keep it light, under 500 calories, right? Try a combo of the foods above and see how that works for you, right? So some of my favorite combos for pre-workout snacks are apples and pecans. I used to do this all the time, like dates or prunes with walnuts. Super good, right? Because you're getting the fiber from the dates and the prunes, so it's going to help not break down the carbs as quickly, so you're going to stay fuller for longer, but then you're also getting that fat source and a little bit of protein from the walnuts, right? A rice cake with peanut butter, classic pre-workout snack. It's super good. A banana or an apple with almond butter, 2 eggs and a banana, or nothing, right? If you work out between 6 or 8 o'clock in the morning or before work or whatever, this is what I would recommend. If it doesn't work for you, then try something super light. But again, this is like me right here. Okay. And then I want to touch on quickly before I move on to after a workout, caffeine before a workout. I like to drink coffee before a workout. 100 to 200 milligrams of caffeine before workout is recommended if you do need a little bit of boost. Do not waste your money on pre-workout supplements. I cover that in the supplements module. So don't waste your money on those because they're useless. The only useful ingredient in those is the caffeine, which you can get from coffee. So that's what I would definitely recommend doing. Much cheaper way to get your pre-workout in. Now, we've covered what to eat before. Now we're going to talk about what do we eat after a workout. What you eat after is protein and carbs. Now, if your overall protein intake throughout the day is high enough, you do not need to eat protein right after your workout. This was a marketing gimmick that you heard from a lot of supplement companies who would say, "Oh, if you don't, drink a protein shake, or if you don't eat protein right after your workout, like you're going to lose all of the results from that workout. Like you need to make sure you have protein right after." And conveniently, we have this protein shake that's designed just for after your workout. It's only $49.99, so it was definitely a marketing thing. Studies and studies and studies, and tons of them have proven that if overall throughout the day, your protein intake is high enough and you're hitting the protein target set by your coach, you do not need protein right after a workout. However, most women do struggle to get high amounts of protein. Pretty much all of you, when you came into our program, all of you, we told, hey, you need to eat more protein, right? So most people do struggle with that. So having 20 to 30 grams of protein within 2 hours after a workout is highly recommended. Okay, a meal with high quality protein should be eaten within 2 hours of your workout. So if you work out at 5:30 p.m., you should not be eating dinner after like 7 or 7:30, okay? These are the protein sources you want to be aiming for after your workout is over. Eggs, chicken, beef or pork, turkey, fish, or shrimp. Keep it very, very, very simple. Okay, if you work out in the morning, I love to have eggs right after my workout is over. They're nice and creamy, like they're super delicious. It's like I look forward to it after my workout is over, right? But again, if you work out in the evening, right, make sure you have one of these things ready to go for when you get home. That way, you're not waiting too long to eat. Okay. Now, if for whatever reason you cannot eat a meal within 2 hours of your workout, a protein shake or bar should be supplemented. Okay. That is only if one of these things is not available to you within 2 hours of your workout. Okay. So that's first things first. Make sure you have protein. That's priority. You must have protein after a workout, again, within 2 hours. Now, post-workout carbs are also a good idea. Not necessary like the protein is, but a good idea for sure. Because since you just depleted all your carb resources, right, you just got rid of all of your carbs and all the energy from carbs in your workout, right? But your body still needs energy to be alive. So we want to replenish some of those carbs, right? So it's intelligent to eat them with the protein after your workout. And this is what I do in the morning. I have eggs and an orange, also with a bowl of oatmeal, but that's beside the point. Chicken and rice, again, protein and carbs. A sandwich with lots of meat because you're going to get the like the protein from the meat, but then also the carbs from the bread. Steak and potatoes, a protein shake with an apple or something like that. Okay, those are just some examples for you. All right, now we're going to talk here about foods to avoid before and after a workout. Really anything too heavy or fatty. Typically, like fatty foods, greasy foods, like those types of things. Obviously, they're going to make your stomach kind of toss and turn. We don't want that, especially before a workout. After a workout, it's not fun either. But things like this, just things that are like coated in butter, milk, because we don't typically digest dairy awesome. Some of us do better than others, but it's typically best to just avoid before a workout or after a workout. Steak, I definitely would not make that like a pre-workout thing. It just, if you've ever eaten a steak, it lasts for like 2 to 3 hours before you even feel somewhat like digested. So don't eat that. Salmon, again, is kind of heavy, like fatty fish like that. Avocados, pasta is super heavy as well, like pizza, things like that. Obviously, any unhealthy meal, just avoid in general, but especially avoid it before a workout. And then again, a meal 500 plus calories, again, is just going to sit with you too much. I wouldn't recommend it, okay? Do not eat on the drive to the gym. It's better to be a bit hungry than to be more stuffed in a workout and be uncomfortable. Okay. So when you get into the workout, if you feel a little bit hungry, usually that feeling will go away once you start working out. However, if you start working out and you're stuffed and you're full and you're uncomfortably full, like, and because you just ate a steak before you worked out, like that feeling is not going to go away. The feeling of being a little bit hungry will likely fade. So go into a workout a little bit hungry before you go into a workout overstuffed. Okay. After your workout, avoid meals with low amounts of protein. Do not swing by the drive-thru and think that you're going to get a Big Mac and get quality protein in there, right? Like avoid low quality foods. Okay. Just because a Big Mac has protein and carbs doesn't make it a good post-workout meal. Okay. Again, this one's big just in general. Just avoid low quality foods all the time, but especially before and after a workout. Okay. So last but not least here, some common mistakes and pitfalls we see is eating right before a workout or just eating protein before a workout, because somehow supplement companies like promote protein as being this like energy source or something. No, it's not. It's literally the body's last source of energy. It burns through your carbs, it burns through all your fat sources, and then it's going to start using protein for energy, which is not a good place to be. So you want to make sure you definitely have carbs before a workout and then save the protein for after your workout is over. Okay. A protein shake before a workout is stupid. All right. Drinking, I've seen when I worked at the kickboxing studio, I've seen people walking in the door, like chugging their protein shake right before they hopped on the mat. For that, I just realized that motion that I just made was not awesome. Anyways, I saw people like chugging their protein shake right before they hopped on the mat to take a kickboxing class. And I'm just like, this woman is going to throw up and it's not going to be fun. Luckily, I don't think that ever happened, but I definitely had people tell me that they felt queasy during a workout. So don't drink a protein shake before you work out. Okay. That kind of leads me into this one, which is just drinking liquids before a workout. Not a good idea either. You don't want your stomach sloshing around. Another big one is waiting 4+ hours to eat after a workout is over. Like if you're not eating, if you somehow cannot eat within 2 hours, if you like, all right, here's my workouts here. I don't have any food with me. Like I'm late for work. Like I just have to go, and there's no sight of any food within 4 hours of your workout. Grab a protein shake from the gym on the way, or like just be better prepared. Like you really want to avoid this. Eating low protein in general, but also after a workout is another mistake. Eating low quality food in general, but especially before and after a workout. Not taking notes on what works best. Okay. If you find something that works for you for before and after a workout and it makes you feel good, keep doing it. It will not break. It's going to keep remaining. For me, again, I have gotten my body used to working out fasted. That used to be not a thing for me. I used to have something in my stomach before I worked out, even if it was at 6 o'clock in the morning. Like I would have to have something in my stomach, or so I told myself. But then I just got into the habit of not eating anything, and now it works best for me. And that's the only way I work out anymore. Exceptions sometimes, but really not. And then the last thing too is like looking up a good pre and post workout snack, but maybe it makes you feel bad. but then you keep eating it because you looked it up and you think it's a good idea. Oh, the internet says that after a workout, you should have like 4 eggs and, like toast or something. But when I eat eggs, I get super bloated and my stomach hurts. But the internet says it, so I'm going to keep doing it. Bad idea. Just because the internet says that it's a good idea and that it's healthy for you, it may not be healthy for your body. Okay. So figure out what works best for your body, hone in on it, and keep repeating that for your workouts. Okay. Hopefully this was a helpful module. If you have more questions about it, please let me know. And yeah, watch it again if you like. And yeah, we'll talk soon.